look to my left and I can see Adele is just laying there lifeless. Holy shit. Things just got real very fast. If we don't make the right decisions now, without water, we are all going to die here. It's either his life or it's going to be all of our lives. And I need to pee in my water bottle. Your skin is burnt absolutely red. Your eyes are dry. You're going to heaven. That's how it feels like. This is the story of me and a couple of friends that went on a hiking trip and almost lost our lives. And you must be wondering, what in the world has my story got to do with a DIY project? And before I'm going into detail in what happened, I wanted to create a picture for you so you can understand why I'm building this project with a near-death experience. Some people cope with writing a journal, some people draw, some people paint. Now with my skills, I wanted to build something. It was either a dining table, coffee table. There were so many things that I wanted to build, and I decided to build a desk, something I use on a daily basis. I wanted to build something to remind me of what we went through. With the help of God, with prayer, we made it through the Fish River Canyon. For some of you guys that loves hiking, you would know that the Fish River Canyon is the second largest canyon in the world. It's the largest canyon in Africa. It consists of 90 kilometers of hiking in total. There's limited water. It's in the desert and it is extremely hot. You need to be hydrated. Every half an hour you need to drink water. Otherwise the sun is just gonna burn you to death. So before I'm going to continue with my story, I just want to show you guys the unboxing of the Ergonomics Direct sit standing desk. This is the Ergo Office 2 standing desk sent to us by our friends at Ergonomics Direct. But listen up, before we unbox. For the first time in our whole YouTube career, we reached out to a company and told them, we got a really cool project we are busy building. Would you guys be interested in partnering up with us? So we done excessive research in the whole market of all the sit-standing desks, and we got to Ergonomics Direct. We reached out, we were like, we're building this cool desk and your product will be the best fit for our build. They were like, cool, on one condition, give us your honest, unbiased review of this product. That's just what we're gonna do. So this unboxing, I just wanna get the measurements of the desk because we're going to build our own custom top. Let's unbox. So the box is quite heavy, meaning it's a quality product. I've obviously done a bit of research on the product so I can give you more information. First of all, the frame comes in two colors, black or white. I'm more of a black frame type of person. Then these frames, oh my goodness, look at the powder coating. Just look at the smooth texture on this. Oh, this is really nice, eh? It's heavy, it's quality. Next up, you have your polystyrene. Little box. More polystyrene. This is your LED control panel. Another box. This is another box. Steel support inside. These are the legs. It's really heavy and I actually like it. You have a little bit of screws. This is your other base. So we have two of them, obviously. Put them nicely so they don't scratch. Oh yes, here's the big boy. It comes with a dual motor to carry a total weight of 120 kilograms. We're not Americans where we put pounds and feet and inches and that stuff. So if I talk centimeters and millimeters and all that, I'm gonna leave feet or weight or whatever down here for you guys that's interested. Oh goodness. Smooth. Polystyrene. Oh yeah, you can see your two motors. Whoops. Whoops. Here's your two motors. Attached to a 3-layer shock system to give you the height. So the height is 620 centimeters for your shorter people, children. And then you have 1 meter 250 for your taller people like me. I'm almost 2 meter tall. So that's so many inches down here somewhere. I'm like, for your rugby fans out there, Evan Etzebeth, Archie Snyman, the Viking. For you guys that don't watch rugby, we have the best rugby team in the world. Can I say that out loud? We have the best rugby team in the world, the Springboks. We not only have that, we have Drykes du Plessis, the middleweight champion of the world. And then obviously we got like the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. We have Trevor Noah, the funniest guy in the world. And then we have Ergonomics, which designs and manufactures the best sit-standing desks in the world. Let's go. Just a quick recap. We have a instruction manual in the box. We got two little boxes that's got a box in a box for protection. We have another little box, power cable, LED control light, the rest of the screws, two of these, base of your sit-standing desk, these two little frames where your top is going to be fastened to the desk, the star of the show, which is your complete shock mechanism with the two motors. By the way, the frame comes with a 5-year warranty and the motors comes with a 3-year warranty. This is also quite cool. You have these adjustable steel feet if your floor is uneven. That's quite thoughtful. So the steel base and the top you can purchase separately, or you can buy it as a combo. You can choose your wood species, you can choose your finish, and obviously your dimensions. It just depends on what your requirements are. But for this build, we are going to do a custom top. So that's the whole purpose of this video. And you do want to stick around to see what we're going to build, because it's going to be something special, something unique, something you've never seen before. Yes. Just like that. And I've got the wrong Allen key size. I mean, who really needs an instructional manual? I mean, every time I get a product like this, I try and assemble the thing myself, because technically I am a DIYer. I don't need an instructional manual. So to fasten these uprights, they got a little screw here, which is going to prevent the swivel. Okay, so sometimes in life you need to admit when you're wrong, and that's why you have the instructional manual on how to assemble the base. Rookie error. Don't fasten these screws first. You need to add this frame like this into those holes, and then you fasten those screws. So I was wrong. These plugs needs to go into the power supply. So this is the sad part of working on weekends when your staff is not here. I have to do all the cleaning. I need a weekend off. I am a total of 90 kilograms. So many pounds of weight. So let's see. Look guys, I obviously made this a little bit smaller because if you extend it to the full length, remember, I am center gravity. If I am going to sit in the middle of this frame, it might break. But remember, if you build a wooden top, the weight gets distributed over the full top. Common sense. I think it's okay. Okay, let's see. I go on the beach. It actually works. It actually works. It's at 900 now.
90 centimeters. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Actually goes to 1 meter 280. Let's go down. It's really soft, eh? Oh man, I can do this the whole day. This is so cool. Let's go up. It's like having a ride at a carnival or something. This is cool, man. This is crazy. Stick around for the build of the top, because you really don't want to miss it. This is so cool, man. Oh my goodness.
So let's get into the story. August 2015. I organized a hike between me and a couple of buddies. Originally we were like 5 to 6 people, and we ended up being like 14 to 18 people. Can't even remember. So I arranged the hike. Everyone got in the bus. We went to Namibia. But this is where the story gets interesting at the start. Let's just call the bus driver in this story the bus driver. So the bus driver asked us, he's gonna wait 5 days for us to finish the hike. Can he come and hike with us? But he's an old guy. We're a young group of people. At first we were like, a few youngsters, don't think it's fit for you. And he was like, no, he done the hike like 12, 13 to 14 times. He knows the hike. He's gonna be out of our way. He's gonna sit at the back of the pack. He's gonna walk at the back. He's gonna camp at the back. He's not gonna be involved with us. And we decided like, whatever, you can do the hike with us. Just do your thing. To put it in perspective, the Fish River hike is 90 kilometers, total of 5 days. The first day is the easiest day. You just start from the top of the canyon and you slowly start walking your way down into the canyon. But it's insanely steep. It's so steep that there's chains you have to hold on to get down into this canyon. Otherwise you're going to fall off. Once we got down, we set up camp, we chilled there for the whole day. As you walk the Fish River Canyon hike, there's a lot of water pools. Sometimes there's a river, sometimes there's no water at all. It depends on the season, and it depends on the year if we had good rain or not. First day, we got down, we chilled at the water, we swam, we had a couple of beers. It's the first day, so you can carry 2 or 3 beers. We chilled. Second day went very smooth. Third day went very smooth. Fourth day went very smooth. And so the last day, the 5th day, consists of 10 kilometers left before we got to the main camp and we finished the hike. With the bus driver at the back of the pack, for some reason he said that he was up early, he's just gonna start walking. So he was the first guy that left for the main camp on the last day, with 6 of our friends following, and I was one of that 6 people. So the last day on the Fish River Canyon hike, the route makes like a S with 2 shortcuts. It's the only 2 shortcuts on the route. So as the S goes like this, there's a shortcut going straight through. The last S goes like this, and there's a shortcut going through. So the bus driver decided that he's going to take the shortcut, with our group following him. For what reason? I don't know. After 80 kilometers, 5 days of, it feels like you're walking in hell. That's how hot it is. You're really tired. To cut off 2 kilometers at that time was not an issue for us. We just wanted to get to the main camp. So 6 of us decided to follow the bus driver, in mind that he told us that he'd done the hike 12, 13 to 14 times. So we followed him. Before we left the camp on day 5, my girlfriend, then wife now, Adele, she carried a lot of weight. With 10 kilometers left, as a hiker, you got around about 3, maybe 4 hours of hiking. And I told Adele, you know what, don't take any water. I'll carry the water. It's gonna be 3 hours and then we'll hit the camp and then we'll rest, drink water, drink beer, whatever the case may be. So that's something we done. My camel pack was empty. Her camel pack was empty. I had a small 1 liter water bottle I made full of water. Knowing what I know now, I would have filled everything with water. We started following the bus driver. I can't even remember what time we left in the morning. Around about, let's say 7. It was August 2015. It was a while ago. Say we left 7 o'clock. In my mind, we should hit the camp between 10 and 11. Only 10 kilometers. It's not that far. It's early. The sun is not going to be that hot because the peak of the sun It's around about 12, 1, 2, 2 o'clock. It's extremely hot. It's like 50 degrees. You can literally see the heat coming out of the earth. It's insane. Follow the bus driver. 8 o'clock came, 9 o'clock came, 10 o'clock came, 11 o'clock came, 12 o'clock came, 1 o'clock came. Once we hit 2 o'clock, I told Adele, like, listen, I'm not sure if we are on the right track, because what happened is the bus driver really walks fast. And as he walked, me and Adele was just behind him, and then there was another 3 of our friends that were behind us. So we got to a point where we couldn't see the bus driver anymore, and we couldn't see our friends at the back. So then I decided to stop. Just a quick pause here, guys. If you do want to learn how to build epoxy tables, I've got a full masterclass available. I'm going to leave a link down in the description where you can purchase this course. It's going to show you what tools you need. It's going to show you the process from start to finish. Every single thing you need to know how to build epoxy tables successfully is available now for you to purchase. I'm also going to leave a short little clip at the end of this video what you can expect in this course. Back to the story. Let's wait for our friends and then we make a call, rather to walk back, because now remember, we are on the shortcut. We were supposed to be at the camp already 10 to 11 o'clock, and we're already on 2 o'clock, and the water is getting low and low. That 1 liter water I had was almost finished. We met up with our friends. It was me, Adele, Franco, Vian and Nadine. We decided on that point we're not going back, because it's like 5 hours to go back. We decided to go forward. We started doing tracking, and we started picking up footprints of the bus driver. Eventually, remember, there's no pathways. There's like literally animal pathways that you can follow. But sometimes there's like one path that splits into 2 paths. 3 o'clock came, 4 o'clock came, and then things really got real fast. We ran out of water. We were super thirsty. We were burning to death. We were low on fuel. We were dehydrated. Just to give you guys perspective, on the Fish River Canyon hike, between 12 and 2 o'clock, you do not hike. You sit under a shaded tree to relax, gain your energy. We decided to hike because we need to catch the bus driver. We need to catch him, because if we're going to lose him on the shortcut, we might really be lost. Meantime, back at the ranch, the bus driver is lost. He took a wrong route on the shortcut. I think it was around about 3 o'clock. We decided to rest a bit. That's when we decided to follow the bus driver, do the tracking. Eventually, water was finished, and we were like, holy shit. Things just got real very fast. My friends' waters got finished. Our water got finished. We got literally no water. And on the shortcut, if you leave the original Fish River Canyon route, you don't have any water. Nothing at all. We sat under a tree. We gained a little bit of energy. We had a bit of tactics. We were like, okay, are we going back? But now the problem is, it's not like you're going back and there's route boards that say turn left or turn right or turn left or turn right. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. You don't know where you are. You're like lost. There's mountains next to you. To go back wasn't the option. It was at that time we decided that, okay, we are lost officially. If we don't make the right decisions now without water, we are all going to die here. And that's when we decided that every single decision we are going to make from there on forward, we're going to make as a group. So we decided to continue tracking. So we tracked. Eventually we got to like a small little crevasse in the mountain. The woman was extremely tired after 80 kilometers of hiking. Now you're on the 5th day. It's excruciating hot. You have no water. Your skin is burnt absolutely red. Your eyes are dry. Your lips are dry. It's literally bursting because you are dehydrated. We got to the small crevasse. Me and Franco decided that the rest of the group has to rest, and me and Franco are going into this crevasse to see if we can find something, some water source or anything. As we walked into this crevasse, the crevasse split it into 2. So I told Franco, listen buddy, you go that route for 10 to 20 minutes. I'll go this route for 10 to 20 minutes. We turn back, we meet up here again, and then we decide to see, did you find something? And then we started walking into our different paths. But the crevasse is going like up into the mountain. As I walked into this crevasse, I started smelling tuna. I know that's super weird. I'm like, okay, holy crap, I'm busy hallucinating or something, but I can smell tuna like clearly, like someone is holding a can of tuna under my nose. As I walked, I found the bus driver sitting on a rock, but he's broken. You can see this guy like mentally, what he's saying, what he's doing, you can see the guy is mentally not right in his head. So obviously something happened. I mean, obviously no water, no heat. I don't know what happened. I don't know what you call it, but it was not right in his head. And I was like, bus driver, WTF? What the hell is going on? Why did you take the wrong route? He was like, no, he knows exactly where he is, and he's sitting on the rock and he's eating his tuna. Meantime, I was like, holy shit, man, just get your stuff together, follow us. You know, we are lost. And he's like super convinced. He's done this 14 times. He knows where he is. I'm just like, listen, bus driver, just come back with us. You don't know where you are. You don't know what's going on. Eventually, he decided to listen to us, followed us back. So eventually, me, Franco, and the bus driver met each other at the point of the crevasse. We started walking back to our buddies, but there was a very weird vibe towards the bus driver. I mean, he got us lost. We can literally die because of him. So we ended up walking down the crevasse. Eventually we started walking down to a low point. We found the animal route. We started walking this route, but this route slightly went up a mountain. So we decided as a group, let's just go up a tall mountain. We are going to sleep there for the night. We decided that we are lost. We are going to sleep on the mountain for one night, but the plan was to go as high as possible. Firstly, to check at night if we can see any lights around us. There's nothing. There's literally a small little camp that's called Ice. That's where we needed to be. So we wanted to go up this mountain, see if we can see any lights. And the second reason was that we wanted to hike at night, because during the day it's literally just too hot. I can't explain to you guys how hot it is hiking the Fish River Canyon. We got up this mountain around about 6 p.m. We rested a bit for an hour or two. At that time, your body don't want any food. Your body literally just wants moisture. It wants water. That's what you want at that time. So there was no option for food. We had food, but we were like, our bodies can't take any food now. Got up the mountain, I think it was around about 8 p.m. We started hiking for like 10 minutes. It's literally so dark, you can't see anything. So we decided like, okay, this is a very bad plan. We can't hike at night. We don't know we're going north, west, south. We can't see any animal routes. You can't see 10 meters in front of you. That's when we decided, okay, we're going to set up camp. So everyone started opening up their sleeping bags, and Adele was next to me, and that was a really special moment in this hike. We laid there on top of the sleeping bag. The stars was the best you could have ever imagined. You can see the Milky Way. You can literally, it feels like you can touch the Milky Way. That's how clear the sky and the stars was. That was absolutely incredible. And it was at that point I told Adele, like, listen, we've got no fluids, we've got no water. We don't know how long we are still going to be in this canyon. And I told her, listen, you need to pee in your water bottle, and I need to pee in my water bottle. So we done that through the night, and we lay there somewhere during the course of the early hours in the morning. You know, it's so uncomfortable, it's unreal. So the next morning when the sun rose, and I told her, like, listen, my fluids were more than hers. So I was like, okay, let's mix our pee together in a water bottle. You got these packets of powder cold drink, you got rehydrate. There's a lot of stuff we throw into these bottles just to try and make taste better. We mixed it up. We both look at this water bottle and we were like, who's gonna take the first sip? She's like, no way, she's not gonna take the first sip. In that moment, you know you might die. I'm gonna drink it. So I took the first sip and it was bad. Drinking your own pee is not good. There's not really any value to pee. There's nothing good. At least you have some moisture on your lips. So she took a sip and she was just like, this is super bad. You have to do this for survival. That morning, we came together as a group again and we decided we need to start walking down. We didn't see any lights at night. We needed to start walking down because obviously it makes sense. Water will go down somewhere. We started walking down. Can't remember the time. It was around about 10 a.m. As we walked down, we looked back and the bus driver was gone. And we were like, holy shit. What the hell happened? Where's the bus driver? This was one of the most difficult decisions I had to make in my whole life. And as a group, you are so dehydrated that it literally feels like you're gonna collapse at any moment. We got together as a group. At that time, we had to make a decision that do we go back uphill, that's taking a lot of energy, searching for the bus driver, or do we go down and take a risk in finding water, finding life, finding help? And we decided as a group we need needed to go down. We're going to leave the bus driver there. We're going to look for help. It's either his life or it's going to be all of our lives. It's a super difficult decision to make. We started walking down this mountain. A few kilometers ahead, I see a small little farm dam. You know that small farm dam with that, in Afrikaans we call it a windpomp, that pumps the water into the dam. I'll put the English name up here somewhere. We saw it, but it's so hot, you can see the heat releases from the earth. So as you can see, like literally, I don't know, 3-4 kilometers ahead, you can see there's a round obstacle there. As we started walking closer to this thing, we were like, holy shit, this is a dam with a vent pump. There's water. Every one of us just started running towards this dam because now we're gonna find water. Water is life. Started running, started throwing backpacks down. As we got to this farm dam, it was so dry. There was literally plants growing in the dam on the inside. We just dropped there and we were like, there was this little amount of hope that was just taken away. We are so drained now, it's unreal. There was this small little tree at this farm dam. Every one of us just went to go and lay there. We were so burnt. Our skins were so burnt. Our lips. I can't paint this picture for you guys. We were just in a bad space at that moment. We laid there for an hour or two. At this farm dam, there was an old riverbed. Me and Franco picked up that there was truck tracks in this old riverbank, but it wasn't fresh. We couldn't tell how old it was, but we saw tracks definitely. That's where me and Franco decided, like, listen, between all of us, we still have the most amount of energy, and we decided that he's gonna walk 30 minutes left, I'm gonna walk 30 minutes the other way, and then we're going to turn around, we're going to come back, then we're going to decide that someone sees something, that you pick up something. That's where Adele decided she's gonna walk with me. It took some convincing for her not to come with me, and she ended up coming with me. So we started walking down this old riverbank in the excruciating heat. No water. You literally just walk like this the whole time. Your head, your ears, your neck, your shoulders, everything is just burnt blood red, almost like blisters. We started walking down this riverbed. 20 minutes, we hit 30 minutes, we didn't see anything. There was this little tree there with shade. Now you were so drained we decided that we are going to lay there just for 30 minutes, just to gain some energy for us to walk back. So we laid under this tree, and it was the first time in this whole experience when we laid there, we felt no pain, we felt no burn on our skins, we were not thirsty. We just felt so at peace. That's when I realized that we are busy dying. We are, in that moment, we are busy giving up. You just lay there and we were just so at peace. You literally feel like you're going to heaven. That's how it feels like. Open my eyes, I look to my left, and I can see Adele is just laying there lifeless. I was like, holy shit, I think she's dead. Pushed her, she was asleep, she woke up, she opened her eyes a little bit. And at that moment, I decided that we are not going to give up until we breathe our last breath. We are going to give everything. We're going to fight this. I told her, let's get up, let's get back. I am 100% sure that Franco finds something. So we started walking back, we got to the farm dam. Franco's like, listen, he picked up old telephone poles. There's no wires or anything, but he picked up poles, and he thinks that we need to go that route because we didn't pick up anything on our route. As a group, we decided we needed to start lightening our packs. Our packs are still heavy. We got tents, we got sleeping bags, we got food, we got a lot of unnecessary things. We got pots, we got pans, we got so many things we don't need. And that's when we opened our packs. I left my tent, I left my cooking ware. Between all of us, we decided we're only going to keep one cooking ware, because one will work. If we found water, we can use one. We don't need tents, we'll use our sleeping bags. You made that small little decisions in between everything. As we started throwing out our clothes, tents, unnecessary stuff, Dell had this hiking hack where you put everyday's clothing into like a little Ziploc bag. To go back a little bit, on day 4 we had a good swim and she put her wet bikini into a Ziploc bag. As we were busy throwing out unwanted stuff in our bags at the small little dam, we got to this little bag with the bikini in, and we saw there was a little bit of moisture in the bag, and we opened up this bag. We could feel her bikini was still wet, so she holded her hands like this. I will never forget it. She holded her hands like this. I took that bikini and I literally squeezed every last drop of water that was in that bikini into her hands for her to drink. And what I done is I literally took a bikini and I sucked all the last little moisture out that was in there. That was like heavenly water, if you can put it that way. I've left $1,000 of gear there, everyone did. Then we decided as a group, for the first time in this whole journey that we've been lost, we literally took hands and we started praying. And for the first time in my life, it felt like I'm speaking to God for the first time. You literally get down straight to the point and you're like, God, we need water and we need you to help us. We took hands, we cried. There was no tears, but we cried. It's a funny thing. That moment was so special and it was so true for all of us. We got our backpacks on again. We asked God, please show us the way. So from the dam, we decided to walk the route that Franco walked, where he saw the old telephone poles. We started walking this route and my eye caught small animal route going right. That was for the first time that I made a decision not with the group. I told everyone, listen, I know that this is the only source of life we have, the telephone poles, but I think we need to start to walk down. We just need to go down, down, down. So the group was a little bit fuzzy about it, and at that moment it is a really difficult decision to make because you literally put everyone's lives in your hands. But I am 100% confident that it was God that guided me. So we took the route I suggested and we started walking. Now this is like at 12 during the day, where it's like the hottest, and it gets hotter towards 2 p.m. We started walking, and that's for the first time since we were lost that we started picking up animal life. We saw baboons, we saw some buck. I told the guys, like, listen, I think there's water close by. I really believe and I really think there's water close by. And as we walked down this path, there's a lot of other pathways we can take, and you are so confused because if we don't know where we are, we don't know what to do. We got an old tire and we decided that we're going to burn this thing to make a smoke signal. And we done that, it didn't work. So we walked down. We eventually got to a point where I think I saw water like far in the distance, and I was just like, no, I'm hallucinating. There's no way there can be water here. Like, your mind plays so much games with you. And as we started walking closer and closer and closer, next moment we saw a small little glare of water. I told them, listen, there's water. And everyone stood still for a few seconds. We looked, there was water. We started walking faster. We started jogging. As we got closer and closer and closer to the water, we started taking off our backpacks, taking off our shoes, taking off our clothes. And the next moment, all of us were just like, bang, in the water. It was just like, we started drinking water. Me and my friend Vian, we puked. I think we took in too much water at once. We just laid there in the water. We cooled down. In the water, everyone was just like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you for a miracle. We eventually got out. We decided that night we are still going to camp there at the water because we know this is a water source. We set up camp there. We opened up our sleeping bags. We filled our water bottles, our camelbacks, everything. That night we made hiking food. Not one of us took one bite of food. I don't know what's wrong with your body in that situation, but we couldn't get any food in our bodies. We just drank water. Camped there for the night. As we sat there by the water, I opened up my map, the original Fish River Canyon hike map. I realized we were only like more or less 3 to 5 kilometers away from the camp that we were supposed to finish at. We woke up that morning, we were so fresh and full of life and full of energy. We got up early, we realized that we are back on the original route, and we just started walking, and we got to ice. There was just tears and laughter and hugs, and you know, that was such an emotional journey for us to go through. And this is the story of how we survived the Fish River Canyon. And the moral of the story is that I can't take away the fact that from where we prayed as a group at this farm dam to where we got to the original route again, we didn't walk one step wrong. With all the twists and turns, with all the animal paths that goes left and right and they split, all the mountains, I'll show you guys exactly now how it looks. We walked exactly to the T where we needed to walk to find the water. There's power in prayer, and the God I believe in helped us to get through this whole journey. And that's the reason why I wanted to build something that can remind me of what we went through. Anything is possible through God. You need to put your trust in Him. And that's what I believe in, and I believe God saved us, and this is the reason why I ended up building this desk. I wanted it to look like a canyon. I wanted, so every time I can see it, that I can be reminded of what we went through as a group and that we actually survived and made it. I know there's going to be a lot of critics on this build because it's got no glass top, it's got no epoxy, it's got no glass inlay, but I wanted to build this for myself. It's not for someone else, it's not project someone asked me to build. I had this vision, I had this dream of using the skills I have to build something that I want, that I'm going to use. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It is a special edition of what we went through, how I ended up building something that represents what we went through as a group. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in. Give me all your love and support at the bottom. Otherwise, this channel wouldn't have even survived. I wouldn't have even been here today if it wasn't for God. I'll see you guys next week with another super cool video. Cheers, guys.
We've been building epoxy tables for many years now, and we are finally going to share all our methods and techniques with you. My name is Greg, and I am going to show you how to build the perfect epoxy table. I'm going to take you through the step-by-step methods we take in building epoxy tables on a daily basis. I'm going to show you all the tools you need, exactly how to use them, and throw in some tips and tricks down the line. This masterclass has been designed for all woodworkers, from your beginner all the way up to your experts. Everyone thinks you need to cast your second layer of epoxy once your first layer has set. That's not true. You need to cast your second layer of epoxy once your first layer has become tacky. Click on this video or in the description down below for more information.